Why has Hong Kong University ordered removal of Tiananmen Square massacre statue? What is the pillar of shame statue and why is it being removed from University of Hong Kong? The University of Hong Kong has ordered the removal of Tiananmen Square massacre statue that commemorates the protesters killed in China's 1989 crackdown. Sculptor Jen Scalshot had gifted the statue to the now disbanded Hong Kong Alliance in support of patriotic democratic movement of China in 1997. What is the Pillar of Shame statue? The Pillar of Shame statue was made in remembrance of the June 4, 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre, which is referred to as June 4 incident by Chinese authorities. The People's Liberation Army had opened fire on student protesters who had been protesting since mid-April in 1989 against corruption, unemployment, inflation, etc. The statue shows 50 bodies with anguish-ridden faces piled up together commemorating unarmed student protesters who were killed as Chinese troops opened fire on them. The 8-meter high statue has been placed within Hanging Wong building inside the Hong Kong University since 1997. According to his website, Galchiot's statue is a series of sculptures which marks grave abuses against humanity. The sculptures remind people of a shameful event which must never recur. The first sculpture was made to mark the Chinese authorities' bloody crackdown on peaceful protesters at Tiananmen Square in Beijing in 1989. Hundreds, if not thousands, of unarmed student protesters and civilians were killed. The statue was gifted by Galchiot to the Hong Kong Alliance, the alliance that has played a significant role in holding an annual Tiananmen Vigil every year, has been facing a serious crackdown by the Hong Kong authorities. The statue was exhibited in Victoria Park in 1997 at the annual candle vigil of the massacre. It was after the vigil that university students fought for the statue to be moved within the campus premises. Amid protests, the statue was moved to the Hong Kong University. The Alliance has been responsible for cleaning and maintaining the statue every year since it was installed. In 2008, the Alliance painted the statue orange during their Color Orange campaigning, which, according to Hong Kong Free Press HKFP, was aimed at highlighting China's human rights violations. It was painted orange as it was a mixture of red representing the dictatorship of China and yellow representing freedom and human rights. In 2009, when the Alliance invited Galchiot at the 20th anniversary of the massacre near, he was denied entry into Hong Kong. Why is the statue being removed? Hong Kong's clampdown on freedom and dissent has been active for a while now. With the new national security law passed by China on June 30 last year, before the 23rd anniversary of Hong Kong's transfer from Britain, the Chinese government has heavily come down on dissenters. The Hong Kong University sent a notice to the Alliance and Richard Shaw, a former member of HKA's executive committee. The notice stated that the statue should be removed from the university's premises no later than 5 p.m. on 13th October 2021. According to the HKFP, the university stated that a statue was being removed for risk management purposes. In April 2021, Hong Kong University also cut all ties with the students' union, stating there were legal risks related to national security. People and groups linked to commemoration of the June 4 massacre have been constantly targeted under the national security law. The now disbanded alliance has been banned to hold a vigil for the past 2 years, citing COVID measures. Although many believe this to be another way to silence the group. Many members of the Hong Kong Alliance in support of Patriotic Democratic Movement of China, including its chairman Li Xingyan and vice chairs Albert Ho and Xiao Hang Shun, were accused of inciting submersion of state powers. While some members has been arrested in 2019, others were arrested in September this year. Earlier this year, the Hong Kong police had investigated several Alliance members and had also raided the Tiananmen Massacre Museum. In September last week this year, the alliance announced that it was disbanding amidst a constant crackdown by Hong Kong authorities and China on dissent. Where Hong Kong protests linked to this clampdown? The 2019 Hong Kong protest began against a proposed extradition bill which would have allowed authorities to extradite citizens to other countries including China. Although after the bill was taken back, the protest grew into being against the increasing control of Chinese authorities over Hong Kong and the loss of the city's autonomy over its functioning. The protest, which turned extremely violent and went on for months, were against Chinese authorities gaining control over the citizens of Hong Kong and the window of freedom decreasing with bills like extradition law and national security law. Will the statue be removed? Jens Galsiot has told HKFP that he remains the owner of the statue and no such orders has been received by him from the Hong Kong University. Galsiot has also threatened to take the university to court if the institution destroys the statue. As reported by The Guardian, Richard Choi, while calling the university's request unreasonable, said, "As a space with free speech and academic freedom, the University of Hong Kong has the social responsibility and mission to preserve the pillar of shame." Shaw has further sought a response from the university asking why the institution was planning to remove the sculpture. Thank you.